Now, the thing is that you clicked on this very video because you're looking to become a creator on YouTube. Well, obviously, it makes sense that you can't just record some random bullshit, upload and publish it on YouTube and expect to get a silver play button next week in the mail. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Now, I've been uploading videos since 2018 on YouTube, about 150 videos or so. Obviously, I haven't been doing this full time, but still, there's a few lessons that I learned the hard way, and those are the lessons I want to share in this video. Everything in order to help you make your path more clear to follow. But first, let's roll the intro. Hey there and welcome, my name is Andreas and this is obviously my channel Frames by Andreas, which is focused on you as a busy individual who are most likely working a full-time job and creating by the few hours that you have left over in your week. And that's basically me in my current situation. I'm working at the local hospital as a medical doctor in the ER, and basically the work hours I put in there are intense, sometimes about 60 and even 80 work hours per week. And beside all of that, I still need to find time for my family and this creative passion of mine, this YouTube channel, as obviously nothing makes me feel better than being just camera in hand, creating content, taking like photos, creating videos and so on. And yeah, this is my journey, and throughout all of these years there are a few things that I learned the hard way, and yeah, let's just dive into it right away. So first off, if you want to succeed on YouTube, by all means you need to provide some form of value to your viewer. There should be some kind of reason for them to stick around, that what are they supposed to get by watching your video. Now that value obviously can be you teaching them something about something specific. It can be some form of entertainment or some basic reason that why should they be watching your video in the first place. Now, I think probably are the days over when you could just be uploading a random vlog, whatever you're doing. There has to be some kind of value. Now, obviously a day in the life video can still be very relevant in case you're making it from your point of view, as I could be doing a day in the life of a medical doctor, and so on. But just making random videos that has no context and no theme or genre from one video to another, it really won't succeed. So what you have to do is figure out that kind of niche which you're going to stick onto. And this is a troublesome part because, at least for me, it was feeling that I don't want to restrict myself into this one certain like a corner or box that I'm only going to make this very certain piece of content. But eventually, if you're starting out and if you want to have your channel to grow, that's everything you need to do. Find that one niche and create within that space. Now, lesson number 2 is the beginner's dilemma, and it all boils down to you being yourself. Don't try to imitate other creators that are already out there. I mean, you are not Peter McKinnon and you're not Josh Yeo from Make Art Now or Cam Mackey or whatever. You are basically just yourself. And understand that those people who want to see Peter McKinnon, they're going to go to his channel and watch his video because they're available for free. They don't need a copycat of him. And the dilemma beginners face is that who would care about anything about me, because I'm basically no one. And that's also how I was feeling when I was creating or starting out, until I started to find the pieces in myself that, hey, what are some things I could bring forward to bring to the table and participate with. Now, it feels like you might be just another dude there on the street, just Mr. Average, but most certainly if you try to dissecate the things in your daily life that you can bring to the table regarding the content you're creating, the value you're providing, you can from there cherry pick the things you want to bring forward and create your own person. Now, don't try to create this kind of clown or a character that you're simulating. Still, just be yourself, as hard as it is in the beginning. Obviously, you have to spice up yourself a bit, exaggerate your feelings, your emotions, your vocal tone, but still, you need to be yourself. It takes practice, it takes time, but once you get used to being yourself in front of the camera, that's everything. So now we have lesson 1, the value you're providing, combined with lesson number 2, you yourself bringing it forward to the audience. Lesson number 3 is kind of the opposite of the value you're providing. Think about the viewer, the audience who's receiving that value. In the beginning, I was thinking about I'm creating videos for pretty much everyone that wants to watch my videos, because why not? Because the larger pool you're creating for, the better, right? Whilst in reality, you're going to realize that if you're creating for everyone, you're creating for no one. So spend some time on thinking about the value you're providing. Who is the ideal watcher, the ideal audience watching your video, and try to nail in, focus that value you're providing to this, how would I say, subgroup, this very specific audience, and everything you're creating to that exact group of audience. And by having this very specific group or audience that you're creating for, it just becomes so much easier for YouTube, the algorithm and the platform, to recommend your videos, because it knows exactly who the people are it should recommend its videos to. And it should make sense now that I'm telling you about all of this. You only need like a group of 10 people who you're creating for, and there are lookalikes, because once you find like that group of 5 or 10 people who are your ideal target audience, there are thousands of people out there who are very similar in interest as that small specific groups, and it just continues to grow from there. Again, this turns into a bit of rambling, but you get the point. Now, lesson number 4, which I've come to realize way too late in my time of creating, I was constantly thinking that if I make a good enough video, people will watch it. Well, those selected few who randomly happened to click on that video, most likely they will watch it, but initially you won't get people to watch your videos unless you're packaging in a way that it's appealing for people to click on to watch. So don't undermine the true value of creating perfect YouTube titles and thumbnails. Now in 2025 it's easier than ever, because now you can make A/B testing. You can have 3 different thumbnails on your videos, and YouTube will automatically test out those 3, and at the end of the A/B testing it will select the thumbnail which works best for that video. So you don't have to do any manual work, just design 3 different thumbnails and voila, and YouTube will find out which one will work. So already when planning your videos, I'd recommend that start out with the title of the video. Think about the value. What problem is it that you're going to solve for the viewer? What is it that you're going to tell them that why should they watch your video? And if you can already manage this in the thumbnail, in the title, and in the core message of the video, then the chances are that that video will actually succeed. And makes perfect sense now when I'm putting it forward to this. The hard part is just convincing you as a viewer to understand this and actually starting implementing it in your videos. So don't be stubborn and thinking that just if I make a good enough video that'll work. Now lesson number 5 can already be decoded from what I said in the beginning of this video. I've been making videos and uploading videos since 2018. Now in total I think there's about 150 public uploads on YouTube, or they were public at some times. A lot of them are now hidden. That is the complete opposite of consistency. Now in YouTube, when you are starting out as a creator, everything that matters is consistent. Don't be that perfectionist who strives to endlessly plan the perfect video, because done is better than perfect. You need to keep creating those videos, and only by creating those videos you will improve everything. So the only way you can get better at that is by consistently making new videos and uploading it, because endlessly you can't plan, so you'll just have to get to work and get it done. Now there's this book called Atomic Habits, which is talking about this: do something and try to improve 1% every time, and then after you've done it 100 times, it will compound into something crazy high. By just making 100 videos in a row, it automatically is that you'll just become 1% better after each video. That's just how it fucking works. Trust me on that one. And all in all, I think this summarizes the most important things that I've learned the hard way, because these are all mistakes I've been making throughout these years since 2018. And if anything, I want to help you out on your way so you don't have to spend yourself 7 years making the same stupid mistakes I was stubbornly doing at that time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned something from these lessons, hit the thumbs up button down there below. And also, if you have any kind of value to share, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to share information. Whatever I can learn from you, you can learn from me. We all benefit from it. We're all in the same boat together. So subscribe if this hits home. You might be working a full-time job and also looking to become a content creator, or you're an aspiring content creator. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on a future junk I post here. Thanks for riding fences with me today, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.